Hi, here we have another briefing, another example of how to use Grow. In this example, a client wants to add online players to a TV plan for incremental reach, especially for the younger age group. And in this case, only using local online players because of brand safety. So that means no YouTube in this specific case. This campaign is south of Belgium, a budget of 150K, 2 age groups, 4-week campaign, and we take into consideration television, online video, long form, and online video, short form. So let's go to the parameters to take all that information, translate it into the Pro plan. So in the briefing, the reference period was 4-week campaign. The region was south. We put south in the base target because the base works as a filter and as a reference for the other target groups. So we only have to use 18 now without the base of south. That's already taken into account. 1855, and I would like to show you the difference with the TV population. So I'll take that one as well. And 18 to 34. So for station day parts, it's about television. So we take these sales houses, we take online video. It was online video and long form video and short form video, and no YouTube in this specific situation. All information in the parameters, we can hit the run button, and their probe is collecting all the data, trying to figure out all the breaks for television, collecting all the start and end times.
And with the TV population target group, you have the option to translate it to what is reported in the TV tools. That's the interesting part.
Translate reach on the full Belgian population, can be like a reach of 66%, but that might be, when you translate it to a TV population, it can be 68%. So that you need to understand in your other TV tool, you see 68%, and here you see 66%, but it's actually the same amount of people when you look at it in thousands.
Yeah, okay.
That's a good question, yes. So here we have our worksheet. Right. So in this case, we really want to simulate a part of the television cost per GRP and the reach. I will add a couple of columns. I will add the buying cost per GRP. That makes it easier to see a price that I pay in my TV tool, in my TV environment, can be translated. So price of 800 on this target group is translated to the planned target group 18 to 54 in the whole of Belgium of 879. So we do that for all the target groups, all the channel day parts, change them to 800. Okay, then we have long form video. Long form video, the price in this use case is 20. Is that correct? 20? 20.
Yeah,
20. And the short form, sorry, I did it in the wrong no problem, no problem. We take it here. So 20 and we do 12, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's change view because I like this view a lot. And we start with a budget of, I think it was 150K.
Yeah.
And we assume on TV only. So this is, we give it a name. This is a TV only plan. And with the KPIs, you can see the reach. The reach of 53% in this whole of Belgium in the age group. It is the same as what you know from the television tool as a reach of 58.6%. So this figure in your TV tool is the same amount of people. You see, it's the same amount of people, but calculated against another universe, it gives another percentage, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So when we do it now all in the whole of Belgium, because we are talking television, we're talking online, and then it's easier to take the full Belgian population, we see that there is a much better performance in the broader age group than in the younger age group. So now we want to bring in some online video to try to get more media pressure, more reach in this age group. That's what we're going to do in the second scenario.
Yeah, and you show the graph. When you want to show the graph, you are clicking on the right mouse.
Yes, I will show it again in the next example.
Yeah.
Okay. We add something. So we add scenario, and in this case we bring 10% of the budget to online. So let's rename this one 10% online video. And I add another one. We do 20%. 20%. Rename it 20% online video. You can click on these different scenarios and try to remember the reach, if it's going up or down. But then it's only viewable for the main target group. When you use the KPI button, it gives you so much more information for multiple target groups, and it helps you to manage the graph. The graph is to the right, to the bottom, or remove the chart. So, yeah, I'm more a chart reader than a table reader, but it depends for everyone. So it's really cool to see how it is growing when you add more online video. Let's see if it keeps on growing. So I add another scenario and bring it to 30%, 30%, rename it 30% online video. Okay. Yes, it's still growing a little bit.
And what if we use in targeted here? Would that make a difference?
Yeah. And let's take that from like an 80-20 campaign, because it's sort of in between and not too much online video, and it seems like a nice middle of the road plan. So we start from this one, we make a copy of it, and this scenario I say, okay, when I buy online, all my online video will be there, all my impressions will be delivered in that target group. If I don't buy targeted, of my 2 million impressions, about 1.2 million will be delivered in my planned target group, which is 1854. But if I say they will be delivered all in my target group, it means that all 2 million, slightly more than 2 million, are delivered in my plan, are in my buying target group, and my buying target group is in this example the same as my planned target group, so they are all delivered in this one as well. And that means, so let me give it first a name. This is 20%, 20% online video, targeted 18 to 54. And yeah, so this was TV only. This was, and it definitely helps. Right.
Yeah, and it's even better than the 30% online video. So with 20%, the targeted, you aim higher.
Absolutely. And you might pay a higher price. So that's not a problem in that case. If you want to simulate that as well, if you want to simulate that you pay a slightly higher price, switch off the KPIs, that's all possible. Just make it as realistic as possible. Then you think, okay, I must pay a slightly higher price. Then you type in, it's not 20, but 21 that I pay. And it might not be 12, but maybe 13. And you can still use the KPIs. It's still quite nice. It's of course you can buy a little bit less because it's a little bit more expensive, but still better than untargeted. So that's, you can make this trade-off if it is a good idea to buy targeted and pay a little bit more.
And now
So-
the client wanted to see the incremental reach. Could we see it by using the cover guide?
That would be a nice idea. Let's use the cover guide. So we go to the cover guide. And we start with, so you can see it for a range, a budget range. Let's say we want to see it for a budget from 0 to 400,000 euro in steps of, I don't know, let's say 25,000 euro. We want to see the TV only plan, and this one, the online 20% of the budget on online video, targeted on 18 to 54, and then we say start. So it's calculating all the different budgets on that specific allocation. And that's the one where we have this 20% of the budget moved from TV to online video. And you see per budget level, yeah, the growth, the incremental reach when you move your budget. If you are a graphical person, you probably prefer this one. If you really like tables, you can copy it to the clipboard, make your own graph or make your own sheets in Excel. Yeah, good idea to make a cover guide as well. There are multiple cover guides. This is the one reach. You can use the 3+ reach or the 3 till 8 contacts, or there are several options. That's let's say it's fine. It's just for you as a user, as a challenge to try the options. I won't show you all because you can do it yourself in the tool and play with the cover guide.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. This was the last plan we showed you. Okay.